Please go subscribe to the Rumble channel for Franchise Sports TV under the name FSTV22. Now, I'm using that Rumble channel for any purposes of me getting kicked off YouTube and also for more of my spicier joints. It's free as well. I have the freedom to say whatever I want to say as well. So go subscribe to FSTV22. That is Franchise Sports TV 22 on Rumble. I do find it funny whenever the Bucks get into some trouble, which it hasn't been a lot lately. What I mean by that is, well, man, they have been in trouble. But since Giannis ascension into stardom, superstardom, it's just like almost whenever Giannis is close to contract year or there's trouble afoot like it is now, there's always, where can Giannis go now? Where can he go now? Where are we going to trade him now? It's like, step off. Because first, y'all fake as hell. The reason why I say that, because some of y'all, and I talk about y'all out there, but people out there, these analysts and all kinds of sorts of people in the media, Giannis is not the good. Giannis is not the good. Giannis is not the good. But as soon as he comes available, it's like everybody's licking their chops to get him on their team. And I say it all to say this. Don't get this man an out. Don't get him an out. Because all of this right now, and ever since these players have become more vocal when it comes to the front office and gotten more powerful, you had to blame some of these players. And I'm blaming Giannis. All this that's going on is his fault. Like it or not, all this is his fault. And people want to blame him for firing Jason Kidd. I don't think he had any weight in that as much as he did in getting rid of Mike Budenholzer and Adrian Griffin. But he slowly, and I said this many times before and again and again and again, that he's starting to turn into LeBron. Trading people, getting people the hell up out of there. The only difference is with him, he actually plays. He actually has his numbers. It's everyone else. But the problem I'm seeing with Giannis, he has no leadership. And I feel like he's giving all the leadership duties to someone who hasn't won jack squat in this league yet, and that would be in Damian Lame time himself. It's like, Giannis, you won. You, Chris Middleton, the only ones left, Pat Connaughton, of course, Bobby Portis. Everyone that's been on this team for the last 6, 7, 8 years, y'all should be leading the way. Especially Giannis. You're the best player on this team. You got to lead the way. And he hasn't done that yet. It's just too happy, go, whatever. And I guess now he's starting to take a little bit more assertiveness because there was a video out there with him saying, if we don't want to be here, then leave. I don't know nobody knows I don't know who he was talking to. I never followed up on that one. Some say it might have been Dame or who else. But this is all him. Budenholzer, some people don't understand Budenholzer at times when the Bucks could have won something. He was inactive in making decisions, switching up the stuff. And I always remember the 2019 Eastern Conference Finals. He did nothing, just let the Toronto Raptors do whatever. No defensive change, no offense, nothing. No nothing to the game plan. No rearrangements to the game plan at all. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And I keep saying this, over and over again. I'm not going to count the bubble year because nobody really wanted to play in the bubble year except for the Lakers. But 2021, even when they won it, there was that whole thing from the Bucks ownership. They wanted to fire his ass midway through the playoffs. They was getting tired of him. The owners came up to him after the Game 2 loss when the Bucks got pelted by the Brooklyn Nets in the Eastern Conference semifinals, asking, what the hell are you doing out there, coaching-wise? What are you doing? They wasn't happy with it. And this was reported in the newspaper, in Milwaukee Journal Sun, I think it was. But nobody never speaks about that. They go after Doc Rivers. They had no problem going after Doc Rivers. But Budenholzer, oh, he was a good coach. Yes, the Suns are whatever their record is right now. That's what Budenholzer usually does for your teams. You'll be a good regular season team, and then when the playoffs come around, you just collapse. That happened with him and the Atlanta Hawks. Atlanta Hawks won 60-something games, and they just towards the end. It happened to Budenholzer in 2019, and it happened to Budenholzer even in the bubble. You got to count that one. And it happened to Budenholzer when they lost to the Miami Heat when Jimmy Butler went off. So there's that. And then getting rid of Adrian Griffin in the middle of the year, I never understood that. But the biggest thing I blame Giannis is on is the whole getting rid of Drew Holiday. I think that was probably the most stupidest thing they ever could have done. The front office has some blame in that too, because they should never say anything. They should have said, nope, we're not doing it. Maybe getting someone, everybody keeps telling me, you should have got a Buddy Hield. Maybe that would have worked. Somebody else can shoot, that can score. How about, here's a suggestion that's too late to suggest, but how about they just kept Dante DiVincenzo and paying him the money that he needed? Because ever since Dante DiVincenzo has left the Bucks, I'm not going to count Sacramento because barely did anything. The Warriors, the Knicks, I haven't heard too much about the Timberwolves, but seeing him play on the Knicks last year, the way he was hustling, playing defense, and putting on shots, is like that's what the Bucks need, youth, but they don't got it. You got rid of it for Serge Ibaka because you didn't want to pay him. Some of that is the Bucks front office. I had to say this: Bucks front office is probably one of the stupidest front office right now. I think they're catering too much to Giannis, and it's backfiring on him. But at the same time, Giannis has to show some type of leadership, step up and do something. But also, the Bucks need someone. And it goes back to not having, not just Giannis being in a leadership role, but also has something to do with not having somebody else who was in the leadership role. They got rid of P.J. Tucker. They got rid of Pat Bev. They need somebody fiery to light a fire on their asses. They don't have that. They don't have nobody getting in your face, calling people out, putting people accountable. It's none of that at all. Absolutely at all. Oh, they don't need that. Yeah, whatever. That's the problem right now. They too soft. Nobody's assertive. Such and such, yada, 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 yada. Whatever. There's none of that going on. And it's one of the reasons why they're failing right now as a team. But anyways, I had to agree with Shannon Sharp on one thing. Now, you can't run from this. You just can't. I want to trade now. No, you can't do that. You helped put this mess together. Now, clean this mess up. Don't try to run off to go play Golden State. Don't try to go run off to go play in Miami. Don't try to go run off. Well, I don't think he wants to do that. Go run off to play with. With LeBron. Don't go run off to play with anybody else. I was just thinking of teams he's always connected to. Golden State, Miami, something weird like that. Another one might be Houston now. Don't go and run off with those teams. No, clean this mess up and change this around. Learn some accountability. Don't do like LeBron and just leave everything in distress. That's what these other players are known for doing. When the tough gets tough, they abandon their teams they young and go somewhere else and try to look for an easy route. So anyways,